I remember it vividly. The smell of fresh paint, polished wooden floors, and the faint aroma of jasmine candles filled the air. My sister's new apartment buzzed with laughter, clinking glasses, and the kind of warmth that should have made me feel at home. I smiled politely, nodding at relatives I barely knew, trying to mask the quiet unease curling in my stomach. Mom was radiant, as always. She hugged my sister tightly, cooing over the decor, the curtains, the perfect little nook she had set up by the window. And then, she turned to me, her eyes unusually serious, a shadow behind the usual warmth. "You know," she said softly, almost too casually, "I've been thinking, maybe you've been relying too much on family. It's time you start standing on your own." I froze. I laughed nervously, trying to shake it off as one of Mom's offhand comments. But the words lingered, like a stone in my chest. It wasn't just advice, it was a judgment. And why now, at my sister's celebration, did it cut so deep? I tried to enjoy the party, but unease had taken root. Later, as the evening wound down, I noticed the little things, the subtle way my wife's phone buzzed in her hand, how she quickly slipped out of the room to check a message. At first, I told myself it was nothing. Everyone had phones. Everyone got texts. But the missed calls started piling up, random disappearing acts, unexplained hushes when I walked into the room. My mind, stubborn and paranoid, first blamed me. Had I been too busy? Too distracted? Was I failing her in ways I didn't notice? Then came the small betrayals, the lingering scent of perfume that wasn't hers, the faint hint of cologne that didn't belong to me, receipts for coffee and lunches I wasn't invited to. My stomach churned as the suspicion grew, gnawing at me with every passing day. I tried asking, carefully, "Hey, who was that text from?" I'd ask casually, "Oh, just a friend," she'd reply, voice light, eyes darting away. The excuses piled up, each one thinner than the last, until I was left staring at my own reflection in the bathroom mirror, wondering if I was losing my mind. Then I saw it. I'll never forget it. A notification, accidentally left open on her laptop. A string of messages between her and someone I knew. I had known him from work, someone I had trusted. The words weren't just flirtatious. They were intimate, secret, the kind that carved betrayal into your chest in real time. "Missed you today. Can't wait to see you again." My hands trembled. My chest tightened. I closed the laptop, pretending I hadn't seen it, because seeing it fully was too much. But denial doesn't protect you from reality, it just makes the fall longer and harder. I thought about all the small things, the whispered laughs, the sudden quiet when I entered a room, the night she claimed to be tired while staying out with friends. Every memory now felt like a lie, every touch, every kiss, a carefully placed mask. The confrontation was inevitable. I remember sitting across from her, the air heavy, my voice unsteady but firm. "I saw the messages," I said. Simple. Nothing more. Her face went pale. There was no denial, just the quiet breaking of someone caught. I didn't mean for you to find out like this," she whispered. And in that moment, I saw her, the guilt, the fear, the twisted justification of someone who once promised forever. We talked, but it wasn't about reconciliation. It was about truth. About naming the thing that had been poisoning our home. She explained herself, her loneliness, the thrill, the mistake, but none of it fixed what was broken. None of it could erase the nights I had trusted her, the plans we had made, the life I thought we were building. I left that conversation with a heavy heart, carrying the weight of betrayal like an unshakable coat. But I also carried something else, clarity. The clarity that love isn't enough when trust is gone, and self-respect is not negotiable. Weeks later, I walked through my apartment alone. The space felt empty, echoing with memories that now stung like acid. I sat by the window, watched the sun set, and for the first time in weeks, I breathed without panic, without suspicion. Pain remained, yes, but so did strength. Mom's words at my sister's party rang in my ears again, but differently now. Stand on your own. I finally understood. Betrayal had cut me open, yes, but it had also forced me to rebuild, to find myself again in the quiet aftermath. I may never forget her, or the life we lost, but I have found a fragile, stubborn peace in the ruins. And for the first time, I realize that sometimes, the hardest heartbreak leads to the truest freedom.